Hey guys, today we got in the ThinkNode M7. This is from Elecrow. It features an ESP32 S3 processor and it's advertised as a Meshtastic gateway. In this video we're going to unbox it, take a look at it, see where it fits into the Meshtastic ecosystem, and configure it and give it some tests. So let's see what comes in the box. Got a mounting bracket, the M7 itself, a couple antennas, the user manual, which is not very helpful, has nothing about configuration settings, just how to mount the bracket, and a USB cable. So these antennas are different. They might look the same, but one of them is for Wi-Fi and one is for, it says 868 or 915 megahertz. So you want to make sure you attach it to the right port. So we'll put the 915 megahertz port onto the LoRa side. And we'll screw the other one onto the Wi-Fi side. Now this has two options to power it. You could power it through the USB with an adapter, or you could power it over PoE with the Ethernet cable. Giving you the Ethernet allows you to connect it permanently to the internet so you don't have Wi-Fi issues, allowing you to be able to configure it a lot further distance on your network. So there's a plethora of Meshtastic devices out there. Where does the M7 fit in? And the way I see it is, if you're trying to canvas your city with Meshtastic and you need to install a node at somebody else's building, you can use one of these solar nodes, go up to them and say, hey, I'd like to install this. They look at it and think, that looks like something that goes in somebody's garden. Plus, that's a big ask because you're asking them to mount it on the outside of their building, and that's going to cause them to incur cost of hiring somebody to put it up there, because they're probably not going to be able to do it themselves, and they're definitely not going to allow you to do it because of insurance reasons. The other option you have is if you build a device yourself, maybe you have a 3D printed case or something, to them that's going to look more like a science fair project. To where the M7 looks very familiar to them. It looks like a typical Wi-Fi router that they will see. So I think it's an easier ask. So now we know how it fits into the ecosystem. Let's see how it works. Elecrow says that it's plug and play. So we'll plug it in and try to connect to it with the Meshtastic app. And we can see it popped up. And we need to enter a code. The manual doesn't say anything about what pin code, so we'll try the typical suspects. It's not 1, 2, 3, 4, so we'll try 0, 0, 0, 0. And it's not 0, 0, 0, 0. All right, so let's give it one more try. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, and it says we are connected. There's the long fast channel. We'll say hello, and we should be able to go over. We'll connect to a Meshtastic node I have up at the house, and I'm not seeing the message. Let's go back and see if it's sent. The message is not sending. So I'm not able to use the Android app at all to configure this device. So we'll have to try to do that on the PC and see what happens. We didn't set up region. Normally when you configure a Meshtastic device for the first time, there's a region. And that should be in radio config. Yeah, there's the problem. We're set for the wrong region. We'll save changes. Everything else looks good. We'll send another message and see what happens. All right, now we have it configured. Let's try it again. So we're connected to the ThinkNode. Go to long fast and let's send a message. And our messages are sending. So now we'll go back over to the other device and we can see the message. So here in the United States, it isn't a plug-and-play device that you could just pull it out of the box, hand it to somebody and say, here, plug this in your building. You still need to configure it for your area. So like I said, this is a very niche device. This is great if you're trying to expand your Meshtastic network in your city and you want to ask people to put it in their building. Do you have a use for this? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching.